Here's a problem from the JEE Advanced 2018. Let's try to solve it. Sometimes a problem just becomes simpler if we use the right notation at the right time. In this case, let us write f-x and g-x as df dx and dg dx, and f of x and g of x just as f and g. Alright, let's write this clearly, and then it's going to be pretty obvious what we should do next. You'll notice that if you cancel the dx from both sides, and then split e to the f minus g by using the rule of exponents, then this equation starts to look very manageable. It's a simple differential equation with separable variables. Great, so let's go ahead and separate the variables. So we're going to have e to the minus f df is equal to e to the minus g dg. Clearly we want to integrate to solve this differential equation. The only thing remaining is to find out the limits of integration. Let's go back to the problem real quick to figure these out. We see that the problem works with f of 1, g of 1, f of 2 and g of 2. So it's quite obvious that the limits of our integration are going to be from 1 to 2. Let's evaluate the integrals. The integral of e to the negative u is simply the negative of e to the negative u. Notice, however, that we have brought back the f of x and g of x notations because now we're going to have to substitute the values of x. We'll just get rid of the negative sign on both sides. And now we have e to the negative f of 2 minus e to the negative f of 1 is equal to e to the negative g of 2 minus e to the negative g of 1. Recall that the problem tells us that f of 1 and g of 2 are both equal to 1. We now see that e to the minus f of 1 and e to the minus g of 2 both become e to the minus 1, which is 1 over e. And finally, we rearrange the terms of the equation to get e to the minus f of 2 plus e to the minus g of 1 is equal to 2 upon e. Okay, at this point we need to go back to the problem to figure out what to do next. Observe that all the answer options involve inequalities. So we need to get back to our equality and figure out how to convert this into an inequality. The important thing to notice here that e to the power minus f of 2 and e to the power minus g of 1 are both exponential functions, and therefore they're always positive. So you have two positive numbers on the left hand side and one positive number on the right hand side. This means that if you remove one of the positive numbers from the left hand side, then the left hand side is going to be less than the right hand side. So let's write down both the inequalities. The first one by removing e to the minus g of 1 from the left hand side, and the second one by removing e to the minus f of 2 from the left hand side. Right, so what do we do next? Well, we know that the answer options involve the log of 2. So the obvious thing to do here is to take logs on both sides of the inequality. Recall that the natural log is a strictly increasing function. Therefore, if a is less than b, then log of a is less than log of b. So taking the log of both sides, we get negative f of 2 log e is less than log 2 minus log e. Likewise, the other inequality gives us negative g of 1 log e is less than log 2 minus log e. Replacing log e with 1, we get the simplified equation minus f of 2 is less than log 2 minus 1, and minus g of 1 is less than log 2 minus 1. Okay, looks like we've arrived at something that looks just like the answer options. The only thing left to do is to move the negative sign from the left hand side to the right hand side and therefore flip the direction of the inequality. Perfect. So let's just go back to the question and select the right answer options. We have f2 is greater than 1 minus log 2 and g1 is greater than 1 minus log 2. So the correct answer options are options B and C.